HBIC, and y'all are actually moving with me while I'm out here working, getting that bag. I don't care what you got to do, what you doing for yourself. No job is beneath you. If you need the money, get out there and hustle. All hustles are acceptable. I don't care what your hustle is. I don't care what form of the way that you make your money. The fact that you get up every day out of your bed to go do something to make some money is okay with me, because you got people that don't get up out of their bed and go get money. And you got some people that make money in their bed, but before they make money in their bed, they had to get up and go out and get that money. So don't let that ever discourage you. Yeah. So I am out here making some money so that I can pay for things. You get what I'm saying? But I wanted to go back into what I was saying. Yeah, I had to go off for a minute because that just burns me up as far as women go. Like, the way that I think that men are supposed to take care of us. Men are supposed to protect us. And I'm not saying it like take care of us. It got to be a financial thing. It got to be, you got to do this for me because you're the man and I'm the one. No, when I say take care of you, that means in every aspect. They taking care of your heart. They taking care of your mind. They taking care of your soul. They taking care of your every day. They keeping helping you keep your mind frame together from spiraling out of control. And the thing that us women do is that we are natural nurturers. We are natural empaths. We absorb whatever it is that you're going through. We take on that feeling for y'all kids, for our man, for our mothers, for whoever. We take that on. And nowadays, men don't do that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying all men. I'm specifically talking about the ones that don't give a fuck about a woman. That's a narcissist that can care whether they come or go. They can care if they eat today. They can care less about any of that. And Blueface is that. Blueface is that person that will drag a woman. I don't know what the fuck he went through in his life, whereas though it made him treat women the way that he treat women. And it gotta go back to his mama. And look, I don't got no beef with Carlissa, okay? I have no beef because we all mothers and we all to the best of our ability. But at the same token, some of the things that we do as mothers affect our kids in the long run. You might not see them now, but as they get older and they start to grow into the person that they're going to become, some of the things that they done been through as far as trauma plays out to them as they become older. So I can't stand Blueface. I don't like him. I can care less if he continue today or tomorrow. It's just that I hate how he's treating any other females he went. There's no respect. There's no love. There's no remorse. He's a narcissist, and he will kick them while they're down, and he will kick them while they standing up. He will just keep kicking them whenever he can't have his way. And in a situation, he thought that Krishan was going to crumble. He thought that on was not going to be able to do anything without Blue, because Blue found her on the side of the street or found her on the show, and she had some things that she going on in her life, and she um invested her soul into him because he's a car salesman. At the end of the day, Blueface is a car salesman, because in the beginning he showed her that he was understanding. I got your back. I'm gonna look out for you. Let's go get this money. And then when he started, that her clout started to go above him, then he started to treat her like shit. He embarrassing her. He putting his hands on her. He making it seem like she's a problem. He making it seem like she's slow. He making it seem like, she's just this bad apple. She's this angry black woman, and she does not know how to do business. And when she stepped out on her faith and left him with $2.3 million and became homeless at 8 months, and she made that more money back in return in less than 2 months, yeah, he saw the stardom that she was. He saw that she was anointed, and that tickled his fanny. Like, he didn't like that. So he tried everything in his power to demise her. And it was working for a minute. You get what I'm saying? Because when a woman loves a man, she loves his falls and all, okay? So she loved everything about him, even the bad side, okay? And she been burnt. She kept touching that motherfucking stove over and over and over again. Now I'm hoping that she is learning and that she want to heal from this, and she don't want to keep burning, her hand on this hot stove. But This motherfucker is a sucker ass nigga. This nigga, he lies. He lying on her talking about she's sleeping with this person. Like, how do you intervene, add people to your drama, and expect for them not to come back and say something to you? Like, you can tell these real men from these boy men because they say one thing like, I ain't got shit to do with it. Leave me out of it. And they leave it alone. They're not going back and forth with you. But it's like you want to tussle with somebody. It's like you want somebody to step out of character and come and beat the shit out of you. Because at this point, you thinking that you're unbeatable. You thinking that ain't nobody going to approach you. You thinking that ain't nobody going to be able to do shit with you because you feel as though that you're a boxer so you can intimidate and bully people. But it's going to take the right motherfucker that's going to get tired of your shit, blue nasty, and come and beat the brakes off your ass. And I hope that they film it. I wish I can turn into a fly and follow you around the world until somebody whip your ass because you need an ass whipping. A good old fashioned. Let me get not even a belt, but just somebody like an uncle or father, can be a stranger that it just go toe to toe with your ass and just keep punching you until your mind click and you get tired and you be like, okay, I'm gonna do better. But there's nobody that's holding you accountable. There's nobody telling you that what you're doing is wrong. Like you going line, like that is an innocent child. We all know that you lied about Offset. We all know you lying about getting a DNA test. We all know that this is your son. We all know that you fuck with Kashawn the long way and you got caught up in this girl, then left you alone to let you know it ain't about you. I can do this on my own. You get what I'm saying? You fucking up her relationships with people. You fucking up her money. It's like, nigga, you don't care if she able to take care of her child, or is it that you want her to come to you and beg? Nigga, you got $13 million that you owe. You shouldn't be entertaining a goddamn thing. When you go to sleep, you owe 13 million. When you wake up, you owe 13 million. When you eat your breakfast, you owe 13 million. When you take a shit, you owe 13 million. When you go pee, you owe 13 million. Like you owe 13, like every inch and second of your day should be on how I'm gonna pay back this $13 million. That's what you should be worrying about. Paying that motherfucking $13 million that you fucking owe. But yet you run behind to try to destroy somebody's life, legacy, and harm a child. Nigga, you have no proof about yourself. And that's what make you a sucker ass nigga. You a sucker, bum ass, lame ass, mop top, skinny, tattoo, brown, looking like a Q-tip, don't got shit going on for you. Had one hit wonder, Tatiana, having I can't really get a girl, bitch ass nigga. That's what you are, okay? Like that's what you are. And you need to sing, and you think it's cute because you going around talking about, oh, y'all paying me for the to follow me in my life. Ain't nobody really paying. Like you just horrible. You just so horrible. And you supposed to be a provider. You supposed to be a nurturer. You supposed to be, and that's where I feel like a man should be. A man should never be a bitch ass nigga. Okay? A man should stand 10 toes down at all times. Okay? At all times. A nigga should stay 10 toes down. And that's just the ins and out of that shit. Like you don't possess, even when you was with the person that you wanted to be with. Okay? Even the person that you wanted to be with was Jada, and you still treated her like trash. You gave her a ring, and look where you ended up at. You ain't had no respect. You had that girl sucking your dick online. Who does that? That don't show no love. You have this girl getting pissy drunk and filming her. That ain't no love. You are an embarrassment to the man race. You hear me? You are an embarrassment to humankind. Like your DNA should be stripped from your body, and you should be like, if we had a button that we can push on people to turn you on and off, I think that your button should be permanently off and put your ass back in a box and put you in the back of the closet for the next century of humans that we might need. And maybe you will get it together because right now you ain't right. Pay to you ain't right. Like you ain't right. Like you need to get your life together. And clearly you ain't gonna get your life together in this lifetime. So your mama need to do a whole new DNA swap check to trade you out switch you out for a new son. Like, she should have swallowed you. She should have thought twice. Plan B. She should have did something. Because, nigga, you're the worst. Like, you is a lame ass, country ass nigga. Like, man. And you think because you came to Baltimore and you did what you did to Krishan's father, that's one motherfucker. Try running through some motherfuckers in Baltimore and see if you get away with it. Like, I, I could never be that one. We all have our moments. Don't get me wrong. Us women always have our moments. And we bump our heads sometimes on the people that we love. We can't stop who we love, or we can't help who we love, but we get sick and motherfucking tired. And when you get sick and motherfucking tired, you get this unknown strength in you. You get this part in your heart that's like, bitch, I ain't taking this shit no more. You stand on your 10 toes and you raise up to that motherfucker. Either you gonna get on motherfucking boy, or nigga, take a walking. Because at the end of the day, I'm a hustler and I'm going to hustle to get where I need to go. Whether I got to take a tail feather, brother, I got to go sell everything in the house that's going to get me through until I can get on my feet and stay on my feet. That's the type of woman I am. I ain't gonna let you do me so greasy, but so many times. But I'm gonna also teach you a motherfucking lesson. Krishan needs to continue to teach your ass a lesson. All the motherfucking women that you with need to teach your ass a lesson. Cause you ain't no man. You ain't no man by far. You ain't got shit going on at all. So I don't even like, man, it's just nothing about you. Like, you a turn off. Even if you was cute, you a turn off because of the way that you act. You ain't shit. Like, I would never, like, anybody that mess with you after this, they strictly trying to mess with you for your money, and you ain't got shit. Remember, you owe $13 million. Bitches, he ain't got no money. He is not that motherfucker anymore. When that nigga pay that $13 million and still got bread after that, then that nigga is something. That nigga, his worth ain't even $13 million. Nigga, how you wind up owing somebody $13 million? Oh, because you wanted to be an ass. Oh, because you wanted to be the sucker ass nigga that you are. You get what I'm saying? The sucker ass nigga that you are. Your ass should be in motherfucking jail. You know, you riding around in a car without a car seat for a baby that you claim ain't your son, but you went and kidnapped this baby, put this baby in a car without a blanket, without no shirt, without no pants. The pamper probably needed to be changed, and you put him in a car and you try to run away with the baby, and you got into a car accident with the baby. Why the fuck you ain't in jail, Mr. I'm on probation? Why the fuck are you still running around these streets? I don't give a fuck, because even if Krishan didn't press charges, the state will press charges and would have should have put your ass in jail. Krishan don't got nothing to do with that when the state picks up the charges, and the state should have picked up the motherfucking charges and prosecuted your ass, because your ass need to sit down for a minute and you need to think about the shit that you do, because none of the shit you do is cute, right? It's embarrassing on you. You look like a fucking idiot, and you be trying to embarrass these women, but that shit is turning around and it's coming back to your whack ass. I guess whack 100 is who raised your ass, because that motherfucker whack too, because he ain't telling your ass to sit the fuck down. He ain't telling your ass to don't do that. He ain't telling your ass to shut the fuck up. He ain't telling your ass don't do that to women. You know why? Because Whack 100 is Whack as his motherfucking name. He gave himself the right motherfucking name, Whack 100, because your ass a womanizer too, and you don't give a fuck about no. Did give a fuck about a woman, you would get Blueface ass in chat. Mr. Manager, Mr. Overseer, I get him shows. Mister, I'm making sure he make that money. Why you ain't helping him pay that $13 million? Why you not helping him get a brain? Why you want him to be a sucker ass nigga? You supposed to be his motherfucking leader. I don't see none of that coming from your whack ass. And then his mama, it ain't nowhere in the world I'm going back and forth on social media with my motherfucking son. It ain't nowhere in the world that my motherfucking son is gonna get up on social media and call me bitches and hoes and talk about me sucking dick and talking about my ring. Nigga, it ain't no motherfucking way. I don't give a fuck if you 45 years old. And bitch, if you disrespect me as my motherfucking son, I'ma rip your motherfucking tongue out your motherfucking throat and hand that bitch to you and will politely call the motherfucking police on myself because I'm your motherfucking money. Mother, I gave you motherfucking life. If it wasn't for me, nigga, you wouldn't be walking around here making any of the money that you making or the motherfucking kids that you making. It's me that brought you into this motherfucking world. It's me that raised your ass. It's me that I turned around and had to support your ass all the way until whenever. It's me. I'm your motherfucking mother. You don't fucking talk to me like that, nigga. And let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'll rip that motherfucking tongue out your motherfucking throat. And they will have to put me in motherfucking jail because, yes, I just assaulted a person. But at the end of the day, that's my motherfucking egg that came the fuck out of me. I pushed you out. Do you know what the fuck I went through for 9 months with your ass? Do you know what I had to go through? It's next to dying when you give birth to a motherfucking child. And bitch, you want to call me a bitch and a hoe and talk about me sucking motherfucking dick? Nigga, you suck dick all fucking day. You suck big dick, Blueface. You sucking the shit out of some motherfucking dick. Nigga, you are getting it in the booty, okay? Get your shit together. Get it all the way together. Because you ain't worth nothing. Your birth certificate ain't worth the ink that was printed on it. You shouldn't even have an identity. You don't need no DNA. You don't need to be a motherfucking person. Anybody that dehumanize a baby ain't worth shit. You already bullshitting that's a motherfucking baby at the end of the day, and you dehumanizing that baby, and that baby only been here for 3 months, and he even got the ultimate disrespect from his papa. Yeah, you ain't worth shit. You need to fight your demons, and anything that comes your way, you deserve, because karma is a motherfucker. Okay? Karma is a motherfucker, and karma is coming for you. Bitch, hint $13 million. Bitch, like I said, every time you go to sleep, that shit need to be on your brain. That shit need to be on your brain so much that you can't even think about shit else. You can't think about having sex. You can't think about being ignorant to a motherfucker. You can't think about shit. You gotta think about every time I do a show, I'm not getting paid. I'm doing my shows for free because I got a $13 million debt that I gotta motherfucking pay. But you think you can pimp some women and that them women gonna pay that 13 million. But after this, and everybody see who you are and see you for what you is, who you truly are, nobody should want to deal with you. Nobody should want to book you. And I can't believe that you got a show booked to go sing at a kids high school. You teaching these high school kids how to be nothing, some nothing ass niggas. Don't come to my kids' school because I don't want you to influence my kids to do shit. My kids got good goddamn sense and they motherfucking kids, and your ass is in your late 20s, early 30s. I don't know why y'all not getting it. Maybe it is the age thing. Maybe y'all don't see it. But your ass, nah, you need to go and redo life. You need to go through adolescence. You need to go through puberty. You need to go through your whole life all over again because at some point in your life you took a wrong turn. You took a wrong turn. You dehumanizing kids, yo. Like, who does that shit? Who talks bad and wish bad on a baby that can't defend themselves, feed themselves, change themselves, clothe themselves, provide a roof over their own head? Who does that? I would never, ever, ever let you around my kid. And I hope that she don't take you to child support, because if she takes you down for child support, that means that you have rights to that child. And you don't need no rights to nobody's children, not even your own children, not even your niece or nephew. You need to stay far, far, far away. I don't even think parenting classes is going to help you. Not one bit. I can go in on your ass all day, Mr. Sucker ass nigga Blueface, because you a sucker ass nigga, yo. You a sucker ass nigga. I ain't lying to y'all. Look, if y'all get if sucker ass nigga was a word in the motherfucking dictionary, it's in the urban dictionary. But if a picture need to be beside it, It need to be a 3D motherfucking picture of Blueface standing next to the word that say sucker ass nigga, and him standing there with his arms open like, huh, that's me. The definition of a sucker ass nigga is motherfucking Blueface. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. I can't. I just want Krishan to just ignore his ass. I want, I just want her to put him on block. He don't have nothing. Is there's nothing that you need from him that conduce you to still talking to him. He ain't taking care of the baby. Boom. So you ain't gotta call him and ask him for Pampers. You ain't gotta call him and ask him for daycare. Shit, nothing. Boom. He not your manager. He's not producing you. He's not getting you no bookings. So bam, that's another reason why you don't know. He does not provide a roof over your head, nor does he give you food to eat, or does he like what you eat, he doesn't shit, and what he eat, you're not gonna shit. So boom, there's another reason why you don't need to be around him and that you could just let him. There's no ties between y'all for you to continue to deal with this sucker ass nigga. You can leave him and get on with your goddamn life because he lost. He lost in the sauce, mama. He is lost. He ain't got shit going on for himself at all. He ain't worth it. He ain't gonna do it. Yeah, you just gotta leave his ass a motherfucking alone. That nigga ain't worth shit. Okay. I feel like, look, when I be looking into these celebrity liars sometimes and I get to following them, sometimes I become overwhelmed because I be like, come on, people, use common sense. Y'all know that this shit can't be this shit, but it is. It's real life, but it's some bullshit because people should have enough common sense to think, to see what's really going on. But people run with stories. They run with stories. They run with stories. Like motherfucking Diddy. They people is running with this narrative. That shit happened 30 fucking years ago. Who am I? Who are y'all to determine whether it's true or not? Was any of us around 30 years ago? You know, when Diddy was the background dancer and he came out, I thought the fuck life he was living was cool. But that's how they lived their life back then in a hip hop world. Hip hop culture, it was party, lights, cameras, action 24/7, 365 days. We got to be turned up all the time. So when drugs was the number one hitter, that was what they was promoting. I'm not saying that shit was good or bad, but that's what was being promoted. That was the lifestyle. Lights, camera, 24/7 all day every day. We gonna have these bitches turn up. We putting them on this. We gonna get drunk. We gonna do this. All that shit. You get what I'm saying? So who am I to cancel somebody's legacy? Who am I to cancel the culture? Because at the end of the day, Diddy is a big part of our culture, big part of 50 years of hip hop. And canceling him is taking away a big part of the culture. And I will never turn on my culture. I don't know y'all in real life. I ain't never had no interaction with y'all. Y'all all interact with celebrities, entertainments, back and forth together. So how do I know what happened? It's unfortunate that her story is what it is. It's unfortunate that all these other people are coming out with these allegations. But there's no receipts from 30 years ago. It's all hearsay. And Diddy ain't telling his side. Diddy, like, everybody is just trying to come out and get his money. And I believe that because once he settled with that girl, now everybody got issues and problems. And that's the way of the world. Everybody wants to cash out. Cash out, cash in, cash out. No, it ain't even so much of people cashing in. It's so much that people want cash out and they want to get money for nothing. They want to be able to sue. And ever since they came out with this statute of limitation shit, don't nobody, now everybody wants to sing like the mockingbird. But how do you even remember what 30 years ago? And if you do, where's the receipts for it? And why didn't you take care of it 30 years ago? Why now? Why come out now is my question. Why now? What made you decide to come out now? And it happened to you 30 years ago. For the last 29 years, what made you be like, okay, I'm gonna wait to 30 and then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna talk my shit and I'm gonna sue? What? That's the question. What made you come out now. Fuck everything else. What was the light? What was the go ahead? What was the turn on switch? I really want to know the inside of the story of your mind. Why did it have to come out now, 30 years later? What was the cause? What caused you to tell? See? Thank you. What causes you to tell? Then we got motherfucking rekindlements, rekindlement. You know what? I ain't for it though. I'm all for Ashanti and Nelly back together. I think it's kind of surreal, kind of like memorable that she never got married, she never had kids, and that at some point in time she probably was always thinking about motherfucking Nelly for them to come back full circle. But sometimes what they say, if you let something go and it comes back to you, it's meant for you to have it. So they was together in 2007, and for them to get back together almost to 2024 and now pregnant, that's like, you gotta think about that. Think about that. Like, it's a real life thing. Like, they really separated and came back when it was time for them to come back. I'm for it. I never had a problem with Natalie and Ashanti when they was out. I thought they was a cute duo. I thought they was cute, but like you said, like I said, the hip hop world was lights, camera, action all the time. You didn't really have time to really focus in and get into a relationship. Some did, some was just like living in a moment, and their moment was focused more on their career than really trying to be in a relationship. And the same thing with Jermaine Dupri and Janet Jackson. I absolutely thought that that was a cute up because he does not fit who you think that she should be dating. He doesn't check the box. You get what I'm saying? And she loved him unconditionally is what the shit is. And for them to rekindle or be back together, it says a lot. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. Like, I'm for it. Like, rekindle these relationships because at the end of the day, it's really nothing out here. You get what I'm saying? So if you got somebody that you love and that y'all can tolerate each other and y'all really got genuine love and respect for each other, work that shit out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes marriages gets old, relationships get old, and then it comes where you got to put a spark back into your relationship if you really digging this person, because you don't want it to die, but you know it's dying off. But then that comes when you need to go ahead and figure out, how can I rekindle this? How can I get it back? How can I put some spark into the relationship? And once you start putting your mind to that, you're gonna focus on that, and then you're gonna do what you need to do to try to build your relationship back. And if it doesn't work, at least you tried. At least you try. And then if y'all do go y'all separate ways, it was a mutual thing, and it really was no more for that relationship, whereas though it's not going to rekindle later. But I feel like if you can rekindle later, then y'all should have put that effort into fixing it before y'all left. That's just my piece on that. And as far as women suffering in silence, I think that a lot of times we suffer in silence because we don't have a leg or an ear for somebody to listen to. And it's not so much that you got to step out of whatever you're going through to go and just talk to anybody. No, because that's the whole reason we suffer in silence, because we really don't have that outlet. We really don't have that go-to person or that go-to thing. And we're going to touch on that more later on in a segment. And we're going to talk about some of the things that us women do suffer in silence. My suffering in silence is still trying to cope with my son's death, but I have to put those feelings on a back burner on how I'm coping with that in order for me to move forward. So I feel like maybe if I talk about it more, I honor him more, I look more at his pictures, I do more of his videos, I try to complete some of the things that he was trying to accomplish in his life before, he passed away. I feel like that's helping me cope. But I've been putting that on the back burner and just not trying to face because I'm hurt. But maybe I need to face it and stop suffering in silence in order for me to keep moving forward and continue to do things that I want to do in my life. And a lot of the things that I'm doing now is purely on the strength of me trying to honor my son. So I'm trying to honor my son. I'm trying to create a legacy for him, and I'm trying to make sure that he does out of people memories and that everybody will remember him. I'll remember him. His siblings will remember him. So that's where we are with that. So again, I'm out here working, dashing. Now I'm sitting here where I'm waiting to go into the store. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my live because I know these people waiting for their order, and my ass is just sitting in the car talking smack and just ranting. I'm just ranting. I'm giving my opinion. I'm giving my views. I'm just talking shit, and that's what I do. That's what Ladybug After Dark is all about. We get on here, like I cover Atlanta's Ugly. I cover the series. I cover the characters. We're gonna recap. We're gonna do reviews. And this is Atlanta's Ugly's last season, but there's gonna be more to come from the Black Royal family. There's gonna be more to come from reality, and I'm gonna cover all the things that he got going on through social media for him on that platform. So whatever movie he come out with, I'm gonna talk about it. Whatever it is that he doing, I'm gonna talk about it. And whenever I get some behind the scenes shots or whatever, I'm gonna post it. So, and then, like I said, we're going to rant and do views and opinions about celebrity news. We can talk about that all day. We can even talk about episodes and shows that I watch because I'm definitely going to rant about those too. And at the end of the day, I definitely want to focus on my women. I'm here. I have this platform for anybody that needs to talk, that's suffering in silence. Ladybug After Dark is here for y'all, and that's real talk. But I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all listening, taking the time to chime into my show. It's all good, and I'll see y'all on the next rendezvous. Remember, keep God first and continue to be your authentic selves.